Hi, Ken Goodwin here with SupportCaliforniaBusinesses.com, and I'm super excited. I have the privilege and honor to be here with the newly elected City of Oxnard Mayor, Luis McArthur. Mayor, pleasure.
Well, it's an honor. It's an honor to be considered to have this interview with you.
Great. Well, we appreciate your time. You probably talked about this on the campaign trail and during certain events, but after 35 years of service at the City of Oxnard Police Department, which thank you for your service there, what inspired you to run for mayor?
Sure. As you mentioned, I did spend my whole career, professional career at the police department. I'm native to Oxnard. I grew up here. I attended local schools here, graduated from Chandler's High School. And early on in the police department, what I learned is one of the biggest capacities that I had was, well, I have a lot of compassion. I care a lot about people, but I had the opportunity in the police department just to drive around the city to see the social ills that affect our city, and the good things that are working. And so one of the things I found out about myself is, as you like grow within who you are, and as you evolve as a person, I realized that I'm a consensus builder. I'm a visionary. I looked at things that could be enhanced and improved upon, and I had the initiative to do a lot of those things. So as I was growing in the police department, thinking long term, I thought, and also it gave me the opportunity to interact with a lot of local politicians and policymakers, and I thought, I can do that. So I prepared myself for that role, essentially going back to school. I went back to USC to get a master's with that purpose. And I went to the Price School of Public Policy to get a master's in public administration and also a master's certificate in city county management, just to prepare myself and to hone my skills for this role.
Awesome. So you saw that, you had that vision eventually that you would be continuing to serve, and we appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So what makes the City of Oxnard the preferred choice to do business? So whether you're a new business looking to start up or an existing business, what makes Oxnard the preferred choice?
Sure. Oxnard is very unique. We have a lot of hardworking people in this city. A lot of people that are very capable. You look at the schools and the amount of quality students that they're producing. The ones that actually are going away to college, coming back, they're prepared, they're eager to get a job. And so I don't think there's a shortage of labor here in this city. One of the things that I know we need to improve upon, and I'm determined to do just that, is look at the best models out there for the permit process. For example, for new businesses wanting to open up here in the city that want to invest in our city. And it's incumbent upon us as policymakers and as government officials to make sure that if you're going to invest in the city, that we make that permit process, well, we can expedite it so that the contractors, so that you, the investors, don't lose any time. And so we want to make this city a business-friendly city. So that's what I'm determined to do. So I think with that mindset of being business-friendly as well as the workforce, we've got good roads here. We've got a lot of amenities here, a lot of consumers here in the city. We're the biggest in this county. So I think that makes us uniquely prepared to be good partners to local business.
Yeah, and having a business here in Oxnard since 2011, that really resonates, and obviously the voters, that resonated with them, and that's why you were elected. So appreciate that. When you're thinking over the next 4 years, what's one priority that stands out, and you may have spoken to that already, but that you're looking to implement or some initiative that will benefit small business owners?
I'm just looking. No, I'm going to look to one of the things that I've heard and I've seen personally myself is sometimes a frustration with the permitting process. So what I'm determined to do, and I've already had the robust conversations with city officials here, is to look at the best models that are out there and bringing in the folks that've got the technical know-how to make sure that we expedite the permit process and make it as easy as possible so the folks can start a business quickly. And so we want to make sure that we entice folks to come in and invest in our city. And also what we want to do is we want to enhance our transportation as well. I'm always big on certainly improving the quality of life for people in the city to be able to consume, but also big on policing, because I believe if we don't have a safe city, or even just the thought of the city being unsafe, then there's that worry for folks to open up a business here. So I'm always big in making sure that we have a safe city so that people invest in the city or buy homes. People invest in opening up businesses here in our city.
Great. Try to lighten things up a little bit.
Sure.
Fun fact about you or the city or both that few people may know about.
Oh, fun fact. Well, I don't think many people know that I grew up in the city, and also that I've had just a desire to get into local politics. As I heard when I ran, they said, well, you're just coming out of nowhere. You're just throwing your name in the hat. But people that have been close to me have known that I've always wanted to get into local politics. And also, for me, I didn't follow the traditional route where typically you're involved in some commission, whether it be the planning commission, the rec commission, or you become a city council member first and get experience there, and then you jump into the mayoral race. But for me, I think my preparation started 30 years ago when I first got into policing, building relationships. You know, we've got about 230 cops in our city, and there's probably a handful of us that are really well known in our city. And well, we are well known just because we are actively involved in a lot of community events. We initiate a lot of events ourselves. We organize, we embed ourselves in programs and volunteer work. It just comes very natural to us. And I was one of those folks. So when you look back, you can actually Google me now, and you will see that I was hosting a television show back in the 90s. I started doing radio. I created soccer programs for kids. I did toy giveaways. And I just did it just because, as I mentioned, I'm a very compassionate person, a person that really cares, particularly looking after our vulnerable community. So when you put that into a mayoral race, I think I started running way back then. So I had name recognition coming in. I had a lot of energy and a lot of drive, and also it worked out for me personally that people in this city were looking for some change, and we're looking for new energy, a new perspective, and nothing against others that have occupied this seat. But I think it's okay to have folks come in and with a new set of eyes, looking at things a little bit different, so we can keep on growing.
Sure. Oh, that's great. One question I like to always end
Sure.
with is, if you could time travel, would you go into the past or the future? Which one and why?
You know, I would. And thank you for that. That's a great question. I would go to the future, just because I'm so eager to see what I know. The city has a lot of potential, and I like to see what it's going to look like after my 4 years here, and potentially another 4 years. Hopefully, if the voters believe in me to give me another term, and I would like to see the changes that I want to implement, the enhancements that I want to see, and I like to see how those changes come about and what it looks like. Because I think this city can look more vibrant, more beautiful aesthetically than it is, and I'm eager to see that happen.
That's exciting. Well, if people want to find out a little bit more, if they're, like I said, a business looking to open or an existing business, is there a go-to place or a resource that you'd recommend, or reaching out to you or anybody else in the city?
Sure, you know, I'm learning myself. I'm navigating through the information that we have here in this city. I know we have various programs that actually can provide some orientation to new local businesses, but I'm certainly a key to do just that. You can find me on the website. My phone number, I share my cell phone number as well. You can text me, reach out to me, and I will put you in contact with the right folks that can provide the right information that you need to open up a business here in our city.
Well, that's awesome. And we'll put all that information, the
Yep.
details of this video. I'm Ken Goodwin with SupportCaliforniaBusinesses.com. And until next time, remember, when you support local, you not only make a purchase, you make a difference. Thanks. Be well, be safe.